Hey everyone, welcome back to the Weight Loss War podcast. I want to continue talking about protein today, but I do want to share a quote first. This is a quote I found by someone named Og Mandino. Do I know who that is? No, but I love this quote. They said, "Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough." And that's kind of, the entire point of this is to learn. This podcast is for us to learn, to grow, and to ultimately focus on the true goal of becoming healthier, losing weight and keeping it off for the purpose of being healthier long term. Um, with that in mind, if we are determined enough, and if we have the tools we need, if we make it something that we can do and um, if we are diligent, determined, we can't fail. So I'd like to share that quote, and then I want to get back to our discussion on protein that we had yesterday. Um, if you remember, I shared a quote about how protein affects your central nervous system and how important it is to your brain. But let's talk about protein for weight loss specifically. I did a quick search just to gain some information. I searched ChatGPT, and whether you have strong feelings or not on that, um, the information that I am going to share is important and does have merit. So, the first thing it says about protein for weight loss is that protein boosts your metabolism through the thermic effect of food. What that means is digesting and metabolizing protein burns more calories compared to carbohydrates or fats. This is called the thermic effect of food, and protein has the highest TEF, requiring about 20 to 30% of its calories for digestion. So that means you're burning 20 to 30% of the calories in the protein just to digest the food, as opposed to carbohydrates and fats, which are easier to break down. The second, protein promotes satiety and reduces hunger. So when you increase your protein, you are increasing the feeling of fullness, um, and you are controlling your calorie intake and reducing how much you eat because you are more full. Um, the third thing it does is it preserves lean muscle mass. Any of you who have lost weight know that um, if you aren't careful, you will lose muscle mass and the fat. It's just how it goes. Um, but you can combat that by increasing your protein. During weight loss, some muscle loss can occur, but adequate protein intake helps maintain muscle mass. And that is crucial for keeping your metabolism high. And like we said earlier, it helps you feel full and increases your satiety. Satiety, is that the right way to say that? Satiety. Goodness gracious. Um, Protein has been shown to lower food cravings, especially for unhealthy snacks. And so this can reduce craving and late night snacking. And then it supports fat loss over muscle loss. So studies show that high protein diets are associated with a greater proportion of weight loss from fat stores rather than muscle compared to diets lower in protein. So that then leads us to, the question of how much protein is necessary for us. And not being a nutritionist and not having, I don't have a nutritionist degree. I'm working on becoming a certified coach. And like I said yesterday, I'm reading all the books I can find. I'm working on learning as much as I can so that we can share that information with you. But they say that experts recommend consuming 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight per day. So, if you do the math, if I'm 200 pounds, they recommend that I get somewhere between 160 and what is that, 240 grams of protein per day. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a lot to me. And if that's what they recommend, I know I'm not getting anywhere near that. So, what do you do to get more protein? Or maybe not get more protein, but make it easier to get the protein you need. It's not like I sit down and in one meal I say, okay, I need 160 grams of protein. And so I go and get the biggest steak I could find and I eat the entire thing. And by the end of it, I'm kind of sick of steak and any other form of protein, and I don't want anything to do with anything. Um, but I guess the thing you need to do is, spread it out over the day. I am a proponent of, um, you know, the macro plan, like I said, so that you know exactly what you're shooting for, how much fat, carbohydrates, protein you should get, and then spreading that out over the day. And then adjusting that for you um, as you lose weight, to adjust those goals, adjust those things, so that you are getting the correct amount of protein you need and maintaining the muscle mass, and going through all of these benefits. So, supporting fat loss over muscle, reducing cravings, preserving your lean muscle mass, um, promoting satiety, and boosting your metabolism. So I think, um, I mean, we all know that protein is important, and maybe tomorrow, even though it is Thanksgiving, I am going to do another episode just to share what is so important about protein. Why do we need it? Not what is important. We've talked about that, excuse me. But to kind of go through some specifics, just a couple of specific things, how much, how much protein is in a steak or whatever, stuff that we can search, but just kind of to give you guys some ideas of what we can do, so that we can, uh, you know, experience the benefits that we've talked about today and yesterday with protein. So anyway, I won't keep you guys any longer. I appreciate you if you're listening. If you have any questions, let me know. Appreciate it if you follow and subscribe and download. If you have any questions, you can email me at trevor@ultimatemedicalweightloss.com. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.